Hey guys, Miss Jagger here, and welcome back to the front. In the last episode, we did a bunch of things. We continued with our initial blitzkrieg of the war, resulting in a number of settlements being captured, Domitia being captured, a lot of auto-resolves, admittedly. But nonetheless, we are moving and progressing further forward. We finished the battle in Constantina. And now we also laid siege to a couple of other settlements. We've now grabbed Tyrus and Emesia, all of which were fairly easy to grab. We also had a few sort of contacts at Armada and Edessa as well. And we're now about to launch yet another assault in the sector of Palestine. And we've got two armies to face off against, known as the Desert Winds, which is quite a common name, I see. Anyway, we're about to lay siege, and I think this will be the final assault before we have to hunker down and prepare for the counterattacks, at least on the eastern front. So, without further ado, let us get started. And, to be honest with you, we're actually in a bit of a disadvantaged position, because this army is a fairly old army. We've got lots of armor Spartan, but not many Legio. So, could be interesting, especially when you've got all the shitty Kurdish archers over there. So, but we do have our onagers, so here's hoping that will be the saving grace of this particular battle. Also, there's lots of desert spearmen as well. So, oh, okay, this is a different style settlement. But yeah, like there's loads of desert spearmen. So I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go, but, well, we'll see. We're up against a level 4 commander, which is going to be a big thing. That seems alright. And this seems like a... Wow, GG. This is a very, very, very well-defended settlement. Look at the walls! Look how freaking huge they are. I admit they're in the middle of nowhere, with a random rock rotation. I think this is on the cusp of the desert areas. Like over there is all the desert, which will cause attrition, and over here is like the last of the things. So I'll be honest with you, I have really no idea how best to assault this. I would argue coming through this northern approach would actually make the most sense, because there's no risk of... Yeah, I might actually do that. We just found a major flaw in these guys' defenses, GG. Yeah, we have as well. I mean, they've got a bastion over there, but as long as we can keep our shit on the right-hand side, I think we can actually use this to our advantage. Right. We'll do the usual stratagem as before, where we get loads of, get the Legio Spartan to basically absorb all the shots. But, yeah, this army's old. Jesus Christ. And when I say old, I mean, every time I say that, I don't actually mean, oh, this army is, like, has been around forever. It's more like the composition of the troops is not exactly what I would have. But still, it does its job. Go flame in. Right, so they do have the onager placed to the rear.
Like the hearts of the defenders behind them. Rotten, ill-made, and weak. They are men of soft clay, like their walls. We are men of iron purpose and iron courage. This assault will not last long.
Right, what we'll do is we'll prioritize knocking out these sections here. So this particular area is going to be quite compact, which again works to our advantage. Because if we can neutralize this, again, there are advantages and disadvantages. Our advantage is that we're going to be able to infiltrate the town at a decent level without having to go through a majority of it. So, as our forces move up, we'll take positions along to here. I'll primarily focus with spearmen assaults, and we'll focus on trying to capture this area. What I'll do is I'll send the legionaries up towards here to try and establish a defensive point. Then I'll send the spearmen either through here or through here to push further down into the sector town to be able to fight along this point. At all points throughout this battle, we will have the advantage once we break through the town, primarily because we'll be fighting downhill. Now, anyone who's new to Total War, fighting downhill is a natural assistance. It gives you kind of a mini buff, if you will, or depending on how good your army is, either a mini or a major, because it basically gives you an advantage. You know, in real war as well, it makes sense. If you have an army, if you have an army that is fighting uphill, it's a lot harder than if you're fighting downhill. Anyway, let's target the walls first. So I imagine all their forces are all going to be trying to limber up towards there, which is fair enough. GG. Admittedly, all their dudes are going to be over here, and we're going to be able to just prioritize shooting at that. Here's hoping, though, that our catapults can do well enough. I mean, we're killing people behind them. Undoubtedly, there's going to be dead people behind them. I've no idea what these are, though. Unless they're unless that's a graveyard we've just hit. And boom! There goes a section of the wall. Right, both sections as well. Nicely done. Just focus on knocking that out. I might try and see if I can knock out that onager in the distance if we're lucky. Ooh, not bad. We'll knock out the 2 towers and then the gatehouse, and then I'll roll the thing up a little bit so we can knock out this and that. Knocking out that tower probably not really necessary. I mean, if it's possible, brilliant. If not, never mind. It's just these 2 towers, really. The onager is the only main threat, though. And then again, it might not be.
The defenses are no more.
It doesn't actually seem like a major threat. This could prove useful. And these towers are humongous. I have to admit, I'm looking forward to fighting the Judeans more because it seems like they actually know what it's like to be fighting. So, as usual, we'll send our troops up to engage. What I'll do is I'll wait till my guys are in position here. Knock out the towers and then boop.
Their tower has fallen. Good news.
And what I'll do is I'll do the usual bombardments. Wonder if that's going to spread. Probably not. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. Start as many fires as we can. If we knocked out their palace, we could do some serious damage. Well, morale. That would actually be kind of cool. It's like not only having settlement being on fire being like a big thing, but like if the palace is on fire, or like certain sections of the town would be like heavily shocked in morale terms because you know, for argument's sake, oh, you knocked out the if you knocked out like the palace, or if you knocked out the church, or if you if you knocked out the brothel. Right, that should be enough for that one. Waft. Completely misses the target, but GG. Actually completely missed the target. It hit loads of other people, but there we go. That's what I needed to see. Because that needs to be set on fire, and then we can advance quite peacefully up. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Right, okay, you guys advance towards about there-ish, I'd say. Right, spearmen will follow behind. Archer Corps will follow behind as well. We've also got some our new cavalry, haven't we? Yes, we have. It's these guys. Equites Promoti. Or Promoti? I'll go Equites Promoti just because it's easier on my brain. And we've also got the Cataphracti. Admittedly, these guys are clearly not Spartan, but they are also pretty good cavalry, and probably our best cavalry in our entire nation. So I know I haven't invested in cavalry, but still, it's nice to have decent shit if you don't have to pay for it. Free shit is free shit, and I thought, rather than destroy the shit, I might as well save it. Is that gatehouse destroyed? No, it's not. GG. I should have destroyed that. Well, I'm about to now. You've got cover as well, which is brilliant. Well, I say cover. You're freaking huge, but still. Right, yep. Fire. You should be able to hit that. If you miss, I will be impressed. Okay, one missed. Bet they're all gathered round there, actually. Boff. couple more, and yeah, there's the gate.
The enemy gates are obliterated.
Right, so we got... Right, you guys begin to move up into that front wall location and begin absorbing all the fire that the enemy has. And then what I'll do is I'll also get to see what's inside the settlement, which is nice. Are you in range of that? You're kind of in range of that. I don't think you are. I think you're on the cusp range of that. We'll see. Can you shoot? Yes, you can. Will you make the shot? Oh, no. It's fine, though. They can do that whilst I'm waiting. Right, just as they come across the thing. Ah, shit. I'm probably going to end up destroying more of the tower and the area around it than the actual target. Oh, that's a 40. Come on. Nearly. Come on. Take your shots. Come on. You should be able to see my army. You should know where I'm at.
A unit has fired all of its ammunition.
Nearly. Nearly. Really? You're not gonna move to try and counter my army? I mean, I'm presenting my arse to you in the most glorious bloody manner. There we go. You guys are beginning to take fire even though you can't see it. It's fine, as long as you guys... Wait, what? How the fuck did you take 5 casualties? Who took... How did you take 5 casualties? I'm assuming we've lost 5 people now. No, allied man count. Okay, so it's not that. You've had that for quite some time now. Okay. Wait.
Their tower has fallen. Good news.
Oh, that's actually quite handy. Secondary bonus. Yeah. Right, okay, you guys begin to prepare to move up. Archer Corps, get ready to move. Mercenary unit can also move up as well. I mean, what we'll do is we'll send the Nordic Axe Warband inside as well, so that way they've got something to shoot at as well. You guys are just going to keep doing what you're doing normally. You begin to rearm yourself with as much ammo as possible. And then the general aim with this particular siege is we're going to try and see if we can, like, do the same shit as before, but I don't know, maybe because... No, there's a lot of contacts in here. Like, we've got 5,000 dudes versus 2,800. So they have at least a 2,000 man advantage. And these guys, admittedly, they're all desert spears, which means they're all shit, but the quality of our dudes in comparison, not to mention armor Spartan A, isn't exactly... Wait, what? They're tier 2? What? Wait, what? I thought those were tier 3. Huh. Okay. I thought they were tier 3. Evidently, I was wrong. They are not. They are, in fact, tier 2 still. How have I not noticed that? I've played with plus 20 episodes now of us having these armor Spartan A, and I've never noticed that they were, in fact, tier 3. Sorry, tier 2. Wow, okay. That's impressive. I am actually rather impressed at my ineptitude there. You're not going to be firing fast enough. The siege is going to take forever. Okay. Nudge a bit closer. Make it easy for them to shoot at you. Also, we then attract all the people who are there, so... You just keep resupplying until you have near full ammunition capacity again. See what we can do with this. You guys get to cover. If you guys set up in front of them. Is that silver? I assume it's silver. You guys are in range, aren't you? Yes, you are. Throw some shells in their direction. Admittedly, going up against the Desert Spears, they've ironically got a good counter to my archery advantage. It's ironic that the shite quality troop is actually better in combat against my archer advantage than all of the other things combined. It's actually quite ridiculous, to be honest with you. Right, so we need to somehow figure out how to advance, and... I mean, they're taking all the fire for sure, but there's plenty more archers inside the town that are going to do way more damage to us if we're not careful. Or is it worth just trying to breach through and just deal with the damage anyway? Not really, because I want to minimize casualties, because on this particular front, we're going to be suffering the most... Like, this particular castle is on the front line, so it's going to have the most potential to get buggered if we're not careful. So, minimizing casualties is probably the main aim here. Steady motion, just in case you guys are going to keep shooting with what you got. Can you target someone else, maybe? You going to be in range? Targeting the desert spears, no problem, just these guys. Okay, it's working so far. Right, keep resupplying that ammunition. I'd say about now-ish actually should be fine if you want to start opening up on people. And you can't, seriously. Seriously? Alright, fine. I guess I'll have to tell you to shoot. Another advantage of them being so compact. Every time I hit, I get some people. Off. Looks like we got some cavalry as well. Looks like they've got some... Oh, good hits. I have to admit, I do love it when you've got like that sort of artillery, or that, like you're firing something, and a shell goes in completely the wrong location, but then all of a sudden you see a whole bunch of corpses just magically appear like that. And you're like, oh, okay, so it actually did work. Right, you guys haven't suffered any major casualties yet, and I'm seeing lots of horses. I've got my archers going absolutely ham on those pricks. If we're lucky, we may even yet take out the general, which would be hilarious. Right, they're almost beginning to run out of ammo, which means they'll transfer either one of these two guys, and we've taken out, like, what, 2 of their units? They've got, like, 5 or 6 of them, and the, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... Bom, bom, bom. Right, ceasefire, begin refiring up again. Boffed. Both of you start going ham. I wonder how slingers are in comparison. They can't shoot above though, that's the problem. They're like matchlocks. You gotta be careful. Well, I say matchlocks. More like arquebusier from Medieval 2. And if memory serves correctly, in Rome 1, you couldn't it was they basically, the advantage of a slinger was that it did slightly better damage against unarmored armor. It would do slightly better damage because it was like more concentrated, so it had an armor piercing finger quote capacity. But when it came to shooting, it was dangerous because your men could get shot in the back if you weren't careful, whereas the archers were volley fire, which is where having archers was a major thing for me. Then, of course, when I discovered Cretan archers, I was like, oh. But no, when I got the other ones, then that was amazing. Right, so they got their thing going. My archers are going on ham. They're doing that thing. They're going ham as well. Like, this would be perfect if I could get my freaking other archers in. But the problem is they'd begun... fuck it, let's see what happens. You guys, form up to the left and begin retaliating strikes. You 3, form up and prepare to engage with whatever you got. I'll have to just take casualties. In the interests of advancing this particular battle. Go ham, go motherfucking ham. If only that bloody bridge would go down. The arcs would be beautiful, but instead you got to over... Oh, never mind. I was going to say you have to overcompensate. But no, you don't. Yeah, it's a slight disadvantage, isn't it? You guys actually can't shoot at anyone, can you? Oh, that was so disappointing. Boink. What does it do? Does it... Okay, it does missile damage. Okay, that's better than nothing. Right, Spartans, prepare to advance. Hey, he's ranked up. Nudge a bit closer to the wall, just so that way you guys can pretty much take on the last sort of... As they take on the last sort of shots from those people, and then what we can do is begin the assault phase. Right, I don't know if this is going to be as effective, but we'll see. Whilst those guys are about to move up. Right, they're no longer taking fire. They are no longer taking fire. Cease fire. Out of formation, begin to return the fire that you've got. Oh my god. Right, if you move up there that way. I mean, these guys are all able to, like, do a pretty damn good job. But still, like, holy shit. That's where all their cavalry's. Body fire up. If we can use... Right, if these guys can basically wipe this section out, then we can get them to fall back around the other side. Problem is, though, these guys are not going down as fast as I would hope. These guys are beginning to take fire because they're on the rear. Losing current combat. Okay. You guys over there now. Guys, just keep throwing armored shotguns to them. Yep, there we go. We're winning. Just keep throwing them. I will not lie. The armor Spartan A is definitely good. Well, that would count. You know what? That actually helps explain a lot of things. The whole them not being as effective as I thought they would be is primarily due to the fact that I thought they were tier 3 versus the fact that they were tier versus the actual fact that they are in fact tier 2. Now that I know that they're not tier 3, they're actually more useful, which is a bit ironic to say so, but if you get my meaning. Right, this is where it gets very dangerous. But if it works... Actually, no. Focus on them. A little bit safer. Ceasefire. You guys move up, but don't shoot. You against them. It's actually kind of beneficial that we don't have... Right, we're surrounding those people. As said, it's actually kind of beneficial that that wall is not destroyed, because then all those reinforcements would come through. Instead, right, you guys get over there. You, on that, fire. I realise now that's probably going to get them killed, but... Ooh, good shooting. Right, you guys engage those guys. These Kurdish archers don't seem to be very good in combat. Right, they're going for that. They're going for that. You, over there for that. Dude, that's... These accuracies. This accuracy is ridiculous. Well done. Like, holy shit. Oh! Oh! Really good shooting. I'm loving it. Right, you guys, swing round. Swing round. Game. Can you not... Oh, that's why. Never mind. Now, this is probably where it's going to have that one fucking shot that will go into the... Right, go, 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 go.
A unit has used all available ammunition.
Ooh. Oh, that's beautiful. Right, crossbowmen. Over there, now. You guys, form behind them on the right. Because they got their cavalry. Right, in there you go. In there you go. Right, you two, move up. Right, you. You over there. Right, there's their cavalry. We're hammering those positions over there now, which is hilarious. Right, rearm yourselves. We got reinforcements. They're bringing up their reinforcements, but it's going to take them time. Right, slingers. This is where, ironically, you're going to have your usage. And this is ironically where the large onager could prove useful. If you can keep those dudes busy, I don't know how effective this is going to be, but if it works, this could be very useful. Right, hug the wall. This could be really good or really bad, either way. Risky as fucking... It's risky as fuck. If we can just cleanse this section of the town. Ooh! That was a really bad hit. Oh! Focus on the right, game. That was a really bad hit. Be precise, for the love of God. Ooh, good hit. Not a good hit! Oh, God. Like, it's always the third or fourth hit. That's bad. Right, concentrate on that now. Oh, God. Oh, dude. That was close. Oh, Jesus Christ. They got beautiful plunging fire on that. Right, get over there as soon as you can then. Right, ceasefire on that. Fucking Kurdish archers. Oh, that was not good. Right, we'll have to replace them with special troops then. Well, fresh troops. You, over there now. Slow down. Yeah, I have to admit, the friendly fire on that one was ridiculous. Right, all three of these dudes. Punch a hole through to those desert tribesmen. You, focus on the smaller infantry. You and you, prepare to pull out. Double time it.
Understood. Engage! For glory! Elite Palestinian! Moving! Ready! Those ranks! Raise shields!
Alright, where's my mercenaries? Fucking archers. You, out of the battle, now.
Battle ready and eager! Fire at will! Spear infantry! Spears! Forward!
We'll get the cavalry to move in as well.
Weapons ready! Await my word! Be on guard!
Right, where are the other mercenaries? Right, mercenaries, punch a hole through the front, and then... Don't know what you're doing, but you're not doing a good job.
Double time! Elite Palestinian! On me! Engage!
Right, looks like you guys have finally been able to deal with shit. You guys, concentrate on those javelin men. Not the javelin men. Fucking knock the Kurdish archers out. You, rearm. You, on that now.
Melee cavalry! Forward! Quickly now! Spear infantry ready! By your command! The unit
There we
has
go.
fired all of its ammunition!
That's beautiful. That is actually legit beautiful. Right, once that wall goes down,
Cataphractarii!
cavalry goes in. Go, go, go. Go, go.
Ready for orders! Feel me! Engage! Cataphractarii! At your service!
Cataphractario. I like that name.
Forward! Forward!
Boom.
We will
Smackaroony. Right, you over there now. Double time it.
We'll kill
Yo, no. Murderize that barricade.
Elite Palestinian! Fire! Charge! The tide of battle turns in our favor!
I don't know why my guys have to stop when they're engaging people. For some reason, when they're facing off against desert tribesmen, they just run out of shit.
The enemy is attacking our general! Get running! Run, Koshu! Advance! Swift riders at your command! Ready for orders! Understood!
Oh, dude, camel warriors. I don't know if spearmen have an advantage against camel warriors. Right, you guys, in there now, double time it. I think the main strength of the Judean guys has to be their archer corps. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Ready for battle! Dominate! Warriors, eager for blood! Charge!
Right, we ploughed through a lot of them. About 800 losses. Ceasefire.
Melee troops
finally broke through that initial area. Not much room for maneuver, but... GG. All I will say is GG. Right, you are done. Pull back, because you're no longer of use to us. You and you, same thing. Pull back, you're done. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Swing round behind him. Seriously, guys, it's a bunch of sodding archers. There you go, that'll do damage to them, guys. Yeah, they say Equites Promoti. So I was right. Huzzah. Right. You guys, get over to there. You guys, the remainders. Ooh. Contact, throw that in him. Alright, what we'll do is we'll send these two spearmen units down because they are the best of what we've got. Well, what we'll do is we'll position them as such where if the enemy has to attack, they'll have to attack on a downhill aspect. There we go. There you go. So they'll be attacking people who are on a vertically, they are ripping the crap out of them. Right, you to the left. Cavalry! Murderize! They're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Go. Boom! Good shot. By all means, do that. Ceasefire. They're gonna stand right in front of them. I'm like, sure, let me shoot you with my shit. Nicely done, lads. Nicely fucking done. Okay, you know what? These guys are they've become... Ironically, because I now know that they are tier 2. Fuck yes, well done.
Our victory grows ever nearer.
Little late for that decision, mate. Yeah, get moving. Ceasefire. Yo, get the fuck out.
The victory point is about to fall to your men.
Whilst the other ones are in combat, go! I know I'm going to lose a lot of cavalry because of this, but I got the infantry to stop the advance. You guys out of there. You guys in there. Now unleash your fury. Right, well, we've got the settlement now. And that's the day done. Yeah, you know what? That was actually quite a big battle. We suffered lots of casualties. But again, my spearmen did the job, and they did a very good job at that. I mean, Legio did the best, you know, did the initial push through. But yeah, no, we did pretty damn good. Like, we murdered 1,615. My freaking catapult team are going to be relentless in their effectiveness. Like, they are legendary now for that. I'm so grateful. Though we did nearly suffer 1,000 casualties. Shit. We've suffered heavy losses, so Luckily, we didn't lose anyone, which is the important thing. But yeah, let's not push our luck. Right, so there we have it. The initial breakthrough and the initial war. We've basically claimed a fuck ton of terrain. We've made a lot more progress in the Eastern Front than I had originally anticipated, though we still have a tiny bit left to push. But a lot of the territories in question that we are, well, now owning, we'll have reinforcements on the way, and once the next turn comes along, we actually do have people ready and willing to make a push further towards the right as well. So we're actually doing pretty good. Unfortunately, though, we've still got the summer period, which is going to suck. But again, depending on our regions, we should be fine. And yeah, I imagine the Sassanids are going to fall in love with us now. Oh, look at all that up in the north. Oh, this feels so nice, though. I mean, for finally, after spending so long wanting to go to war in the south, I am now finally doing it. And this is, again, this is like the second or third time that I've done this in my entirety of Total War experience. And it's not because I have avoided it on purpose. It's just I honestly don't have honestly don't have circumstances in which I end up fighting in the Middle East. It's something that I don't actively think about going on campaigns with Middle Eastern factions. I'm sure if I went on Middle Eastern faction campaigns, right, here's their counterattack. If it is a counterattack, I hope it's a counterattack because I'd be very disappointed if they didn't attack. Right, so Garamecia sending agents. Obviously, that's their first bloody thing. But again, I'm expecting the agent spam.
I am certain that with you.
That goes without saying. Rome doing its usual, I'm just going to hang around here because I can't actually do anything, which is nice. I imagine the bonuses that the Romans had before I destroyed them have been destroyed, so now they have to contend with the fact that they are maybe just a smaller nation. So far, no reaction from the Judeans, which is, well, it's the next faction, but Kingdom of Garamecia isn't doing anything. Judea? They have to be sending something. Really? They pull back? No way. No bloody way. No, that doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? Ah, there we go. Why would they do that? What purpose? Right, so unfortunately we've suffered some... Oh, god damn it. No one in my family! Right, whereabouts is this? Oh, yes. Right, okay, so we're going to have to convert. You are being taxed, and I shouldn't tax you. I don't know why you want to... Right, we're going to turn you into a Civitas. Going to convert you into... Actually, before we do, let's have a look at all the shit that I need to fix first. So, fix, 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 fix. Tyrus. Fix, fix. No. God. Fix. Amida will turn you into a town. Large Celite. Huh. Turn you into that. Tarsus, Amida. Amochika. Right, okay. So it looks like we've got it. Farming town will turn into a normal town. You destroy that. You're not being taxed. That's good.
At your command.
Right, I'm going to send some reinforced... Right, so Nisbis is very small garrison, so I could send someone in Odessa to have a look. But what I want to have a look is Tosp. Because Tosp is enemy territory, and it is a it's a high-level settlement, isn't it? Well, obviously, but, you know.
Ready for battle.
Daemons of Polymus could take on that. Yeah, it's a walled settlement. And what we could do is we either liberate a faction or I raise the settlement. Either way. I have stuff, sorry. Okay, so you're doing that. Tax rate is fine. Animal husbandry, Jesus Christ. We'll be fine on that. You guys are slightly pissed off, but that's okay. In about 4 turns you're going to be okay with that. I think we'll consume a bit more food then in order to make the populace happy. Iconium does not need that anymore, so that's a waste on resources. Myra's alright. Yes, looks like we're all good. And a pagan disciple. Oh, that's awesome! Oh, that's amazing! Oh! That's awesome. He has a pagan follower. Nice. Right, food shortage in Palestine. Well, the thing is, we're not going to be charging food in Palestine. No. No! Right, so we're going to not do that. We're going to 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 do that. And then what we'll do is we'll destroy whatever. Zion. Oh, that's an actual big thing as well. Cathedral of Zion. Okay. Well, I'm sure there is something there. Right, you. Discover shit in Dumathia. Right, where's my other spy? There's my spy. Right, you need to head north. I need to know what's going on in the north. The north. Right, Thracia's all good. That's nice. And Atrapete is at war with Judea as well. I'm assuming they've either already lost or whatever. No, they're here. Okay. You are in my... Wow! Holy crap, look at that. Look at that. We go from... Yeah, because I've been going to war with them... Wow! Really? That's the new emperor? I'm impressed. Yeah, so we're in their good books. Kingdom of Garamecia, Kingdom of... It's a shame that we can't establish a trade area, but then again, if we push down south towards Alia? Yes, Alia, which is down there, we could potentially launch the, Right, you, turn into that. Right, make your way further down south, I think because of risk of being attacked. Actually, you could go over to Caesarea, watch over Caesarea, and then you can prepare to help out.
Ready for battle.
You could make a move on Carthago, couldn't you? Yeah, that could be a thing. Right, you begin to assault that. Right.
Blockading.
Right, you're both blockading.
We hunger for besieging settlement.
Right. And ironically, because we are so high on numbers, we can protectively take it, and, well, we gain numbers back, but then we lose the numbers again. Right, so we are going to unfortunately have a bit of a problem. And unfortunately, we're also going to have to suffer some attrition in order to attempt to keep the peace. But, yeah. Carthago is... Demolish that, fix that, fix that, fix that. Yeah, we're going to have a rebellion, unfortunately, which is not good. But, oh well, c'est la vie. Yeah, don't tax. Or can we tax? We can tax.
At your command.
Why are the people so pissed? Why are they so upset? Oh, it's the religious differences. Yeah, we got a priest on that. No. Just get in the region. Help control the populace. You see, they're okay. They aren't. Right, you...
March. On the move.
We need a spy down here. Can you assault that? No, you can't.
At once.
Can we move over to here and get into fortification mode?
Make haste, men. Your next command.
Yes, you can. Right, okay.
Ready for orders. At your command.
What if I did this?
Get the stakes up.
No. Okay, so that's going to be a thing. Right, the MIDI. Well, we need to convert you into a town anyway. What we'll do is we'll take that off, so that'll cause less people to be pissed. You're fine, actually. You're hilariously fine. We'll turn you into that, and then...
Fleet
You can
reporting.
react. Oh, wow, really? Okay. Eastern Empires, that will be useful. And... another Star Wars quote! I like these people. That's awesome. I like it. Whoever works in Creative Assembly, they must have a little link to regard that. That's actually pretty awesome. Okay, so you're kind of buggered for the time being. Unless I just ignore Constantina, but no, we need to probably consider that. And then the next turn, we'll be able to launch an attack over there. So in the west, we're kind of having to pull back. Unfortunately, the summer period, we've actually begun our attack in the worst period possible, which is the summer. It's not so bad over here, but really, we should have attacked in the autumn, because then that way we'll have had more and more seasons to be able to react to it. But again, we'll just have to deal with it. So, it's annoying, but oh well. And then, of course, we've got our stuff at the moment. We can't really do anything right now. We just have to pacify and just hold the line for a bit. What I will do, though, is spot out targets. But our next target is most definitely that. We grab that, we establish trade with Sassanid Empire, and then we can kind of relax. Dumathria is also a target town that we don't need to really worry about. LOL, really? GG. That is still an area that they occupy, though, so we'll have to probably nuke that. Nisbiz also is a sector that we need to clear out, so... And they also have more territory there. I'll hold off the assault for now, because I think, for the time being, we just need to set up a defensive line, you know, just a little bit of a defensive line, just to see if we can ensure that whatever happens, we can hold it. But we're very close. We are very, very close, I'd say, to being able to launch yet another assault. But for the time being, we'll have to just give the enemy... I mean, I said, on the Eastern Front, we're almost there. I'd say in Tyrus, we've apparently got one turn... Oh, it's more to fix it, isn't it? Over in the north, if Tarsus... Once Tarsus gets over towards being occupied, this area is fairly big-ish. And Antioch is also fairly defended. So once... yeah, once Tarsus and Antioch get somewhat upgraded, then I think we'll be okay. Because then, or if we push the front lines far enough away, so I'd think, you know, because we still don't know if they have a navy or anything. We still don't know that. At the moment, all the information along this line completely negligible, so we have no idea. Right, you have upgraded. Good. So you can do that, and you, Mr. Governor, you're a new governor, so you get that and you get that. Huzzah. And we have another agent in the form of another priest heading down south as well, which will be useful because then he can transfer. And what the fuck? Bollocks. Seriously, why are you doing this, Picts? That's a real problem. You know what? I don't really decline. I'm not gonna come in to help. The Picts can have the Picts can have their war. I mean, technically speaking, they have a satrapy as well. So, but no, doesn't look like we're at war with the Langobards. So, I think what's just going to happen is the Picts and the Langobards are going to have their conflict. I don't really care too much about the north right now. I don't even want to fight anything in the north because it's just not. No, sorry, no. Right, Kingdom of Garamantia. Garamantia or Garamantia? I'm going to go back Garamantia. Right, okay, so you guys are about ready to, I hope, launch some kind of counterattack. They do have a navy. It's not a very big navy, but we are just about ready to do something. Oh my god, the Cretians are going further. Oh my god, look at that. They're actually doing something! What on earth is going on? This isn't total war! Well, this is an bloody campaign. Just gotta somehow find a way of punching a hole through. Judea, what are you going to do? I've not seen many armies. Like, the armies that we've currently encountered have already been in their bases when we've assaulted them. And what we've seen so far doesn't actually impress me that much. I mean, look, their armies are heading south, as if they've lost all the will to fight and are just simply letting me have this. This is also on very hard difficulty, I will add. Not very hard difficulty, I will add. Like, you've seen the difficulties we had against the Romans. But for some reason, the, right, Caucasian separatists. No, we lost the thing. Attrition, Athena's faithful. And unfortunately there is and the Kingdom of the Picts have declared war against the Langobards, but that's fine. And over here, Antiochia has demolished its thingy. So now we instead have this to help the people. And over here there's a rebellion army, isn't there? Oh my god, it's the African rebels, to which I'm just gonna murderize. Of course I'm going that way. Just when you thought you were getting away, I come round behind you, or in front of you in this case. Pointless maneuvering. Get in there then. Donk.
Ready for orders.
And we're actually okay. Carthago turns into a metropolis. You turn into, because we already have the waterworks, Forum. Actually, no. Yes, Forum. Then you turn into a aqueduct to try and increase the population happiness. You get demolished down. You just keep being there for the time being, and you just get demolished a bit, and we'll turn you into loads of things. Right, you could do with going for Hadramentum, but we're running out of troops. So I think for the time being, until the end of the summer period, which will end in about one turn, we should be able to be fine. Over the years. Right, you make your way over there. Let's get the bullshitters over towards this line. You done good. Surprised you haven't taken heavy casualties. I think for this one, we'll turn Carthago into a military port. Because port. So you're suffering from attrition. You can actually begin your assault phase towards Sidimus. Yes, attack. Protective. 4 people. GG. 48 die. 3% live. We are now in control of Sidimus. And we're almost in control of the big one. The Garama, which is the enemy's home base.
Ready for battle.
GG. I'm a little... Again, I can't say I'm not surprised. I am surprised at just how... I think the best way to describe it is this is... I'm going to say this is too easy. This is easier than I anticipated. Like, these guys put up more of a fight than the Garamatians. At your service. Right. To be honest with you, I don't know if I've got enough time to be able to... Alright, in Edessa, we'll convert you into an actual library. It's like, all these libraries are different. Why? The building's different. You have to change it. We're not going to use it. Why do you want to... I don't care. Right, you... Nispis is... Is it a walled settlement? No, it's not. It has a very small garrison. Right, you, Edessa. Now, go. Edessa has garrison, yes? Something of a garrison. And boom! Slip. You're down as well. Wah, wah, wah. Right, you head south. And keep your eyes peeled. The general here is actually not doing a bad job. I wouldn't say he's doing, you know, amazing, but he's yet to do something amazing. So I see. So that's the reason for the very small garrison, because, you know, it was a farming colony. Again, these people are not very intelligent. I cannot lie. These people are not doing a very good job. Oh, hello. We got something here. What's this? Boink. Ah, good. Weapons. Right. Okay. That's better than... What was that? The Ares Dread and Emnissar. Yeah, they're in Emsar. What's the garrison like, apart from nothing? Right, Tyrus is at least getting something of a garrison. It's not perfect by any means, but it is doing something. I'll turn it into a civitas, because reasons. We'll turn this into a military jetty, so we have more garrison. And we'll turn the polo pitch, which is currently keeping the population happy, so we'll turn that into nothing but extra love. We'll increase the weaponsmithing on that to give us slightly better weapons. Right, that's actually the enemy's capital, which is hilarious. We'll downgrade this. We'll also... Oh, I can recruit champions from here, apparently. Oh, we can increase our thingy. That's actually really handy. Doink! That's really bloody handy, actually. Right, okay, so you're going good, you're going good. And we've grabbed another settlement, so... Control over this area is doing quite well. Again, we've been doing a really good job on the... Right, look at the Sassanids now. They must love me. They're just like, we love you so much. And, yeah. This kid must be falling in love with me. It's ridiculous. Alright, okay, so Sparta. Right, do we have any armies at all? No, not in the north. In the north. Right. This settlement could be a problem because we're about to lose out on stuff. Again, we'll have one more turn. Fix that. What we'll do is I'll have one more turn to see what's going on, and then we'll wrap up the episode. So, this war so far that we are currently waging is, I'm going to say surprising to say the least, because I've been spending all of my time preparing for this one big moment, and yet this moment is passing so quickly that I scarcely believe it. Oh, hello. Oh. Looks like the Saxons have been, also the Langobards have been ripped. But that's okay. It's funny, actually, all the settlements that I used to sort of fight over a lot now. I mean, again, I'm feeling nostalgic. I feel like I'm at that end of the war, if you will. I mean, we're almost at the end of the campaign, to be honest with you, because... Admittedly, again, I'm bulk recording this, so I'm like 20 plus episodes ahead of where I am in real life. I think in real life we're entering the early 40s at this point in the recording, but at the time of the recording I've uploaded, what, episode 41 recently? Like, that was the last Attila Total War thing. Oh my god, the Cretians have moved closer to my troops. I think we've actually met the fucking Cretians for the first time. GG. On this historic meeting. I'm gonna imagine a scenario in my head and probably try and very poorly translate it to words, but there's a lot of Romans. Of the Cretan, of the Cretan sailors and their lords coming over to Carthago upon hearing that, you know, the Spartans have taken it, and they're like, you know, they have like a sort of a very noble, it's like, oh, you know, you've done an incredible job, my dear friend, and you know, like, you know, we're gracious in your, you know, this will be a great endeavor for both of us. And like the leader sort of looks at him and go, oh, hello, we've got a counterattack forming. This is it. The Judeans are finally responding to a counter. This could be it. This is their response. It's a little bit poor, but I'm looking forward to it. This is the kind of response I'm needing to see. So anyway, like, the Cretans are sort of talking to the Spartan leaders, like, you know, the generals and stuff, and they're sort of saying, oh, you know, if we work together for this noble endeavor, then we should be able to... Huzzah! Right, we're no longer in the shit phase, which is good. It's autumn. The population is really pissed off, though. Still really, really pissed off, so that's totally understandable. Right, we need to get rid of that. Get rid of that. Cathedral of Zion, because we really don't need that. Turn that into a temple precinct. convert you into a aqueduct, convert you into a food market, convert you into a actual library. Yeah, actual library. You deploy. Just deploy. Just get your ass over there, deploy, fall in love with it. Right, you over there and set up. Who's raiding? Ah, okay.
Ready for battle. To victory. Make haste, men.
Fuck you.
We hunger for battle. Commander.
This should shut you up. Right, we'll turn you into a colonia. We're not taxing this region, are we? No, okay. That's consuming food. That's keeping the population happy. That is probably pissing people off more than anything. But we'll turn that, because that's like, what for? Provides me that. Well, you will turn into fields to provide happiness. You, I'll degrade... Oh, that's 1,500, though. That's pretty damn impressive. Okay, well, we'll degrade you then, at least. Oh, no, you're keeping the happiness high. Right, we'll degrade... No, we'll turn you into food. What are you? 5, and then we'll turn you into... You know what? You don't need to be food. We'll turn you down a bit. Right, so you've kind of been able to replenish your forces now, and they're beginning to prepare to replenish outside the settlement. Athena's faithful versus the Harpy's claws. What honor should this? I think Athena's faithful probably should benefit from this. So what I will do is I will position my troops along this area here.
Waiting for more orders.
Garrison up with the fort, so that way we can see what's going on. You deploy over to there, deploy, and then start establishing yourself as a religious commodity. Then we can change up. Yeah, then we can change up the religion, because the biggest problem at the moment is the religious differences, which is why we need to convert buildings into something. Which actually, what I will do is in Dimity, we'll reduce the camel ranch and we'll turn it into a religious building. Right, you need to start making your way down south. You need to start making your way down south as well. In fact, what I'll do is I'll have you lace blockade Hadramentum.
None shall pass. Fleet reporting.
And then I can have you do some reconnaissance of the area. Oh, hello.
The sea beckons.
Okay, so that's a lot of... A piece of burden, GG. So that's a lot of... This must be where the main force of the Garmatians are located, which is good because I need them to be ready. Sidimus now is going to turn into a defensive line, I'd say, considering the information we just got. Actually, to be honest with you, what we could do is send a spy down south. Spy, you know what I mean. Right, so where's my other spy? You need to head down towards here. You're the only one who's keeping an eye on for shit, so I'm gonna need to... Okay, so we've got desert tribesmen, lots of weak infantry, and you look like a pretty heavy dude. I don't think you're the commanding... You're the desert warlord, and we've got lots of desert tribesmen, so again... I think these guys utilize slings of David. Very heavy slinger. Okay, these guys are wary. They're expensive as well for a slinger unit. Their missile damage is pretty damn good. Morale is good. Their armor is very good. Their health is good. Their melee attack... They're actually pretty damn good soldiers, so we'll have to be careful for them. Mercenary Kurdish archers, so we get the benefits of Kurdish archers. Are they better than Sagittarii? I don't have Sag... Oh, I do. Yes, to a degree, the Kurdish archers are better than the Sagittarii. Intriguing. Do we get to hire them? No, we only get desert, so I don't think we're allowed the Kurdish. You'll need to head over there, but once we're going to need to seriously consider... Unless I can find some more spies. I need spies. Recruit spy. We only have... Wait, can I only have 3 fucking spies? Wait, what? Wait, so I technically can't have 3... Oh, wait, so... Let me get this straight. The game just gave me a 4th spy because it fancied it. Okay. So the game... Yeah, okay, so I think I see what's going on here. They're basically shelling up, which is kind of cool, actually. I was a little disappointed at first because I thought the enemy wasn't actually coming to defend themselves or attack. But it turns out, no, they are actually getting themselves ready. It's just they take their bloody time. So we've now got now we've technically got the front line that I originally wanted ages ago when I was talking about things. So this front line is now, well, this is our new front line. Constantina is a little pissed. So ideally I probably should fall back towards, yeah, you know what, pull back to Constantina so we can like reduce the hatred in the settlement. Right, Carthago is that. Caesarea is already, yeah. So you need to convert into an armorer. And then you can actually get some decent quality shit. Not that these guys don't have it already, but yeah. Okay, so the front line at the moment is as such. Can I leave the settlement of Demidi? Probably not. No, not for a while yet. 4 turns. Okay, once 4 turns have gone by, we'll then jump in. We'll then send. Well, once we have like maybe 1 turn left, we'll then send him across the line to try and push along to the east, and then basically help assist in the push along that way. So we're on the defensive now. But yeah, we're seeing. Still got a bit of movement, so we might as well investigate. Leptus Magna. Yeah, there you go. See? Right, there we go. So they've got lots of armies. And I mean lots of armies.
Ready for orders.
These guys are ready for defense. And I think I figured out what their stratagem is. So, yeah, we are in for some fighting yet, which is good, because I was hoping that was good. I was kind of half hoping that we would see some more fighting fairly soon. So, that's actually pretty cool. Right, okay, so you're turning into fields, and you in a midder, which are up there, will turn into that. Nisbiz needs to turn into a colonia, because we can't afford to have any troops. You need to turn into nothing, because a noble estate is going to keep the population happy, and it's going to make them all joyful. I don't know why paying taxes allows people to be happy, but eh. And you are going to just stand your ground over there, which actually now gives me the opportunity. Admittedly, Edessa is slightly vulnerable, but we'll see. So now you can make your way up. Armada is no garrison at all, but if we defeat that army, fuck you. Protective. Really? Well, we killed them. Zup.
Ready for battle.
Right, you attack Tosp. So basically, here's the plan for the next phase of the war. We've basically we've initiated the first major push towards knocking out the Kingdom of Garamatia. Now, in the north, we can get our troop markers as well as settlement markers. Okay, so in the north, basically what we're going to do is we're going to set up a protective line along as such. Once the settlements around here are fairly safe, what we're going to do is push further in and grab these 2 ports here. Well, grab these 2 settlements here. Therefore, by cutting the Kingdom of Garamatia and the Judeans in half. And then once we've done that, we'll focus on eliminating the enemy forces around here. We won't capture and hold the settlement. Either we'll liberate or we'll raise, allowing either the Lakhmids to come along. But the Lakhmids don't like us very much. They really don't like us at all, so we may have to worry about the Lakhmids. Kind of doing the same here, so we're basically going to systematically destroy them. Then over on this side, we're basically going to hold along this particular edge. For the time being, I think we've exhausted all forms of assault. I'll use my navies to constantly search along the coastlines to ensure that, you know, we've got as much intel as possible. But it looks like the Garamatian forces are not really willing to push up, if we're lucky. And it looks like instead they want to just basically hold on to their territory and form a solid wall against our line. Which is great, because it means then we have time to recuperate our forces and then begin the slow push heading southwards. Again, once we get a few, once we've got Constantina under control and, you know, the Africa settlement sector secure, then we can begin offensive operations once again, pushing further eastwards with these guys in tow, also pushing southwards. What I'll probably do is I'll get this army to push down south and assault this position, and then this army will move up and then perhaps go through and then over towards this location to attack that. This army, probably what I'll do is I'll send this army to attack there, then this army can kind of catch up and then hold the sector, whilst this army either proceeds further into Libya or heads up north to cut off this access point, thus allowing our forces to capture macromades and set up either security towards there and towards there, giving us the ability to kind of throw the major sticks in the works. But again, the wars so far, yeah, that's roughly what we're going to do for the future conflict. So there you guys go. The war is proceeding fairly well, and hopefully in a number of turns we shall all basically have our soldiers around Alexandria, where we'll have soldiers here and soldiers here, and we'll then snap up the city and end the campaign. But again, for the time being, it looks like we're going to have to face off against the forces of Garamecia and Judea beforehand. So hopefully we'll actually encounter some real fight in these guys, because it looks like they're recruiting, and it looks like we're dealing some significant blows to their armies. So good autumn, good autumn, good autumn, bad autumn, which is completely useless. Good autumn, bad autumn, Lithia. Okay, so basically absolutely no problems at all. Okay, that's cool. But there you guys go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. This is Miss